Hello everyone, I'm Kenmi and today I'll show you how to make pixel art tree. First of all, a tree needs trunk. Every tree has it, so we have to make one as well. In real life, tree trunks are thicker on the bottom and as they get taller they start to become thinner and thinner. We want to have some sort of realism even in pixel art, so you should do keep it that way. At some point of our trunk, we have to start adding branches. We will draw them the same way, but we'll make them a little bit thinner and shorter than a trunk. And alright, when the branches are done, we have to add smaller extensions facing different ways and try to make them look natural. What do I mean by that? Well, don't make straight lines. Try to add curvature. As we know in nature, nothing is perfectly straight. Don't make them look too thick or too long as well. You don't have to play with it for too long because later on major part of your branches will get covered by leaves and outline, but it won't hurt to make them look good anyways, right? At last, add roots, because every tree has them and without these few additional pixels, your tree will look like it's floating in the air. So if I were you, I would add them. Add some final polishing touches like making branches and trunk look better, or add a few additional ones if you don't have enough of them yet. And alright, if you followed those steps, you probably already have the foundation of your tree. Okay, we have our trunk done. Now it's time for leaves. We will start from drawing bigger areas following branches we made a second ago, and I prefer to use bigger brush for this task as it speeds up a process quite drastically. For example, I use a brush size of 5 on the video, and I don't care if I misplace 1 or 2 pixels. Again, you don't have to pay too much attention to the shape at first because you just want to block the initial shape of your leaves, which will get polished later on. As you can see, I changed a brush size and now we will start shaping our final form of leaves by making dents in the initial shape we made. Try to make it irregular to add that natural look of the tree and find some references as the one to the right, for example, to get the better view on how leaves are shaped. You can make some gaps in the solid parts of the tree to make it look even more realistic, because in real life you can see through leaves a little bit, right? And after that step, your tree will be almost done. Cool, we have the whole shape of the tree and now we just have to add some depth to our image, which means shading. Aseprite has a really useful tool for shades where we can choose a color and it will let us place pixels just on that particular color. So again, we have to take a look on our reference and see how shades on a real tree are placed. We can see that light is on top of the leaves and on the bottom and inside of the tree we have shade. It's not that hard as it seems, because you just have to pretty much copy what you see on the reference. So let's get to work and add some depth to our image. Okay, and when it comes to shading the trunk, it's even easier. we have to add light on the side of the trunk as well as on the roots. But if you have any visible branches, the light will be on top and shade on the bottom. Pretty simple, huh? I would like to quickly ask if you could hit that subscribe button, because only 8% of you guys watching is subscribed to the channel. It would help me get to the broader audience and expand the channel. Thanks! Alright, we added shades to the tree, so now let's add an outline. Pretty much the word outline is self-explanatory, but you can choose if you want to add it or not. It's up to you, but I've chosen to add it, so let's begin. I usually create few darker colors and add them respectively to the colors I have on my sprite. So trunk will have dark brown and leaves dark green outline. Okay, if you made the outline, you have your tree ready, but I would still work on it for a few minutes. There is always some space to polish and spice up your sprite with some grass or additional shadow. Pretty much you are only limited by your imagination, which theoretically has no limits. You can add some leaves falling from your tree and even some already lying on the grass, white clouds on the sky or a nest with a bird inside to add some life to your tree. Possibilities are endless, so let's add some of those things to our tree now. Alright, I'll go now and let you watch all those additions being created. Thanks for watching, Kenmi out.